Welcome to Profit Trader. Today, we will review the most important indexes in the American continent, as well as the movements and critical zones for this week. During the past week, the Jackson Hole Symposium was held, addressing various topics including the future direction of monetary policy. A significant aspect of the agreements reached is that the Federal Reserve maintains the perspective that the management process of inflation will require time, and in the absence of substantial progress, there is a possibility of proceeding to increase interest rates in the upcoming meetings. Taking into account the aforementioned information, the cyclical consumer and technology sector stood out as the most profitable, achieving gains of 5.7% and 2.3% respectively. It's relevant to remember that in the previous week, precisely these sectors had experienced the largest losses. On the other hand, both the energy and cyclical consumer sectors have maintained a positive performance throughout the month. Regarding the stocks included in the S&P 500 index, it's important to highlight that Nvidia and Tesla emerged as prominent winners. It's worth remembering that Nvidia released its earnings report, significantly surpassing expectations for the quarter. On the other hand, Nike and Target were among the top losers of the week in terms of performance. When observing the American indices, it's notable that the S&P 500 managed to surpass its resistance level at 4,380 points. However, up to this point, it remains below another significant barrier situated at 4,450 points. For this week, we're considering the support at 4,380 and its resistance at 4,450 points. In terms of technical analysis, it's observed that the S&P 500 is nearing a potential bullish signal as it crosses its MACD indicator. However, it's crucial to take into account that the 50-period exponential moving average, EMA, acts as an immediate resistance worthy of attention in this context. In the Canadian TSX index, it's observed that the support level at 19,700 continues to be relevant and remains in play. Furthermore, a new barrier has been identified at 19,900 points, making these levels the key points to consider during the course of this week. When examining the technical indicators, it's noticeable that in the Canadian TSX index, the MACD is close to indicating a bullish crossover, although the moving averages still reflect a downward trend. If the index experiences an increase, its 21-period moving average, blue line, could act as a potential resistance along the way. Regarding the Mexican index IPC, a slight downward trend can be observed, with a support level around 52,820 points and resistance around 53,300 points. Although the index managed to break that resistance at a previous moment, it has returned to being positioned below that mark. When analyzing the indicators, it's evident that the index doesn't exhibit a clear upward or downward trend. Instead, it has maintained a sideways movement throughout the year. Regarding the Argentine Merval Index, a sustained bullish trend is observed, approaching the target around 652,000 points. Additionally, a support level is identified around 601,000 points. Speaking about the Brazilian Bovespa Index, a recent resistance at the levels of 118,100 points is evident, shifting its previously noted resistance. Meanwhile, the support around 115,000 points continues to hold. It's noteworthy that the technical indicators for the Bovespa Index in Brazil maintain a bearish trend, even though its MACD has registered a slight crossover towards a bullish direction. When analyzing Bitcoin, it's evident that it's going through a consolidation phase, suggesting the advisability of maintaining the previously established support and resistance levels at 25,000 and 27,150, respectively. To conclude, let's examine the performance of Berkshire Hathaway, which has been mentioned in previous videos as an attractive long-term investment option. At the current moment, Berkshire Hathaway maintains its upward trajectory that began in March of this year, resulting in an increase of approximately 24% during this period. In recent weeks, it has undergone a consolidation phase, presenting favorable buying opportunities. Consequently, its nearby support level is around $349.50, while its closest resistance level is at $357. Looking at the technical indicators, it's noticeable that in the short term, its 21-period moving average could be considered a favorable entry point for purchases. If this video was of interest to you, I encourage you to subscribe to stay updated on the latest developments.